Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Webinar Wednesday. Thanks for joining us this evening. This evening's webinar will be about the results from period 7 and then a bit of training afterwards with Asha. Asha's going to train about or talk to you about account management and how to keep your business running tickety-boo and keep your account up to date and what you do from the admin side of things. And what I'm going to run through is the few slides about the results of period 7, which will show you what retail's been done, what sponsoring's been done, and any recognition that's due as well. So just for any new people on tonight that don't know us, so I'm Dipam Joshi, as it says on the screen. I run the business with my wife Asha, who you'll see later on. We're based in the Peterborough area, and we've been running our business for about 12.5 years, and mainly doing it part-time alongside my full-time job. And Asha does it as her only occupation, but still on a part-time basis. So. And what we've achieved in Clean Easy, we've got a very steady customer base in the area within a mile's radius of our house, and we have about 400 to 500 customers that we service on a monthly basis. And then we've got a wonderful team that we help and support for them to achieve their goals and what they want out of the business as well. And our highest check to date in the business has been just over £1,600. And the great thing about that was that 3 weeks out of the 4 in that month we were actually on holiday abroad, and yet we managed to still achieve our highest check within the business. And that's, well, mainly, if not, well, certainly mainly down to the residual income aspect of the business, where you can earn an income based on work you've done in the past, and that continues to pay you for the rest of your life, effectively. If you don't know what residual income is, then ask your sponsor or the person who invited you here tonight, and they can explain in more detail what it is. And other than that, other than the sort of business and the monetary side of things, what we've also gained from the business is a lot of fantastic new friends, people who are like-minded, who want similar things in life and have a positive outlook in life and their future. And part of that is also to learn more about yourself and about the business through books, CDs, DVDs, and attending events. And again, that develops you as a person. And doing events like this, talking on a webinar to lots of people, wouldn't have been something I would have been able to do a few years ago because of lack of confidence or lack of knowledge. Whereas now I'm able to do it, time and time again, and that's again down to the confidence that the business builds for us. So, okay, what I'll do, I'll move on to the slides. So just bear with me while I get them on screen for you. Just a second. Okay, so hopefully you can see them on your screen now. So Dave and Anne's team news. I say Dave's unable to get on this evening due to having to attend a school play for one of his sons. So obviously we're running through Dave and Anne's team results for period 7. Okay, now what we have within the team is a standard that we kind of set for ourselves and a recommendation for everyone else in the team, is that you achieve, or try and achieve, £1,000 worth of retail orders in a 4-week period. And that's quite a simple task really. Once you've got a customer base up and running, you're really looking for around 25 customers a week to order on average £10 per order, which gives you £250 per week and around £1,000 in a 4-week period. And that is certainly achievable as your customer base starts to grow. Okay. Just bear with me a second. The slides are having a funny turn, so just bear with me a second. Okay, so hopefully you can see that on your screen still. Right, so £1,000 worth of retail is what we recommend. Like I say, if you're on this list, just pop your number in the chat box so we know if you're on here and what you've achieved. So that's really good. So congratulations to all these people who have done £1,000 worth of orders this period. And like I say, we recommend £1,000 in a 4-week period. But if you look towards the top level here, the top sort of 2-3 people who are achieving almost, certainly over and almost £1,000 worth of orders in a week. You see Hussein, Sadiq Hussein at the top doing £5,500, and Mr. Margrave, I do forget the first name, I do apologise, doing £5,300 worth of orders, and M. Warden there doing £3,500. So you can see the level of retail, even further down to top 10, all those people doing way above and beyond the £1,000 that we kind of recommend. So, and obviously the more retail you do, the bigger income check you'll have as well. And especially if you're helping a team of other people, your bonuses will be bigger because of the size of your retail that you're doing as well. So well done to everybody on that note. Retailers over 10%, so we again 10% is the first bonus level that we have within the business, and basically if you can achieve over that, then obviously you've got a bonus on top of your normal retail as part of your business as well. Okay, retailers over £600, you can see on the screen as well. Okay, just a second. I think we're having problems seeing me. You're only seeing me on the screen, not the slides. Let me just adjust it and see if we can get you back on the slides. 1 second. Bear with me, be there soon. Just a few little technical hitches. Okay, so I'm hoping you'll see them come up now. So I'll put them back on the screen, so hopefully you will see them. So like I say, look at the retailers over 10%. If you do over 10%, then not only do you get your normal 20% commission, you will also get a bonus that's pro rata to the amount you've done over 10%. And 10% activates when you achieve £780 worth of orders and above. And then you can also see a list of people who are doing £600 worth of orders and above there as well. So well done to everybody who's doing some great retail there, and obviously turning over within your business. Okay, and a couple of 2 or 3 congratulations there for people who've achieved the 30-day bonuses. And basically what this is that when you first start your Clean Easy business, you have an incentive, the Clean Easy offer, and that's for every £150 worth of orders that you achieve, Clean Easy give you 50 catalogues for that. So these people within the first 30 days would have achieved many amounts of £150 worth of orders and would have got many amounts of catalogues as a reward for that. So well done to Rachel Nee, Michelle Kinyard and Danielle Egan. So fantastic, well done guys, great start to your business. Okay, so new team members this period, we've had 19 new team members join up, and you can see a list of the ones that have achieved orders there, 8 placed orders out of the 19, so that's a great start for those. And you'll see varying amounts of orders being placed, and that's mainly because they've joined at various stages within the period. So some may have not had time to place an order yet, hence they don't appear on the list. So some of the 19 will still be busy working but haven't quite placed their order yet, and obviously well done to those on that page who have placed their orders, and onwards and upwards, and hope your businesses grow really well for you. Okay, the sponsoring table, people in the team who are sponsored throughout the business, throughout the period, sorry. And again, get your own standard with sponsoring in terms of how you want to run your business, how quickly you want to move forward, and work out how many people you need to sponsor to achieve your goals. So obviously people here are getting inquiries in and sponsoring people at their pace and doing as much as they want to and much as they can throughout the period. So well done to everybody on that list. Fantastic, well done. And overall in the team achieved a turnover of nearly £95,000. That's entire team that Dave and Anne have, and that's £95,000 worth of retail and volume for that business. So that's fantastic. Well done to everybody. And the figure you see in orange, the 711,000, is the accumulative total for the year so far. So again, a huge well done to everybody who contributes and does well towards that turnover. I think that's the end of my slides. So hope that was useful for you and hope you found that valuable. What I'll do now, I'll just put it on pause for a second so that Asha can take over and go through her training regarding account management. So thanks for listening, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.
Good evening, everyone. It's the other half of Asha and Dipam. It's Asha here. I'm going to be doing a little short training for you on account management. Before that, I just wanted to say well done, a massive well done to everybody that was on the results there and contributed to the turnover, and all the achievers on there. It was absolutely fantastic to see people sponsoring and retailing and so on. So massive well done to everyone. I'm going to be doing a training now on account management. Every week we try to do a different training. Some of them do repeat. They repeat because obviously new people join the business all the time, and sometimes you pick up something different that you didn't pick up last time. So I'm going to do the training on account management. This is a really, really important part of the business. If you don't have this information and know about how to manage your account, your business kind of pretty much comes to a standstill. I know a lot of people don't want that to happen. So, starting off with paying Clean Easy. Now, obviously, we're going to be placing orders with Clean Easy, and we're going to be getting products sent to us, and we're going to be collecting money in from the customers, and that's all wonderful and fantastic for us because we get to keep some profit. However, there is this small aspect of paying back Clean Easy, the amount of money for the products once we've taken our commission or our bonuses out. So here are some suggestions and some ideas of things that you can do that you may have not thought of already or not be aware of. And if some of this is, you know, stuff that you already know and teaching you to suck eggs, it is really for the benefit of the new people. So the most important thing is to set up a new bank account. I mean, you want to use an existing one, that's no problem. Because it's a business, and you know, a lot of people do want to keep their Clean Easy business and money separate to their own personal accounts. It's a good idea just to set up a bank account with a checkbook and a card, so that if people pay you by a check, you can make payments into your own account and then pay Clean Easy. And it just keeps your account separate, it just keeps your profit separate, and you can keep on top of things. Mentions there getting into a routine of doing your deliveries and a bank run. You know, work out, I know there's some people in the team that place their orders on a particular day, they deliver them by a particular day, and they go and bank their money on a particular day. It just helps you to keep on top of things and keeps you sort of not losing direction of where you're going with the business and keeping on top of everything. You need to, once you've got those deliveries, you really want to be getting the money in as quickly as you can and into the bank and back to Clean Easy. It says 2 ways to pay your account. There is a third way. The first way there is pay money into a personal account which you set up as I suggested there. Then you pay Clean Easy online with a debit card. You can make payments over the phone as well, which would be the third way. Or you can pay your money and checks into NatWest Bank using the gyro slips that you get in your welcome pack, and you can order more of these from your from Clean Easy, and they'll post them out to you. A couple of things to mention here about checks and gyro slips. If checks are made payable to you, they don't bounce. If they bounce, the customer gets charged. If the checks are made out to Clean Easy and they bounce, you will be charged. So we always prefer, if you get checks from customers, to pay to get them made payable to you so that you can pay them into your own bank account. And if there are any issues, we've been doing a business a very, very long time, and I think we've had about 2 checks bounce in 12 years, and both customers are really apologetic and paid straight away. So it's very rare that it does happen, but it's just to keep yourself protected. Okay, so going on with the account management there. Now, pay your balance off in full before you pay yourself. So whatever it is that you owe Clean Easy, just get that paid off. When you go onto the system, there are your recent transactions which you can look for on there. There are lots of videos on, well, there is a few videos on the Easy Peasy website, or the peasy.easycoach website, that covers account management, that tells you how to understand your invoices, your statements, and also how to look at your recent transactions. Now, you're looking at your recent transactions, it will tell you when you placed your order and when that balance is due. You've got 2 weeks to pay that money back to Clean Easy. It's plenty of time from when the orders are delivered to you to get that money in from the customers, checks to clear, and then pay Clean Easy. So make sure you pay your balances off first, and then you'll be left with your profit. Your account, as it says there, is your golden goose. Sometimes people just think, you know, it's not that important, you'll just do it whenever, but it is a really, really important aspect of the business. If you don't look after the golden goose, you don't really have a business at the end of the day. And all of you will have experienced that sometimes it's difficult to get orders delivered. You know, sometimes you're going back 2 or 3 times to people to get their order delivered, but try to deliver your straggler orders as soon as possible and as quickly as possible. You can put a little note through the door if you've got no phone numbers for them, just to say that you try to deliver, and be persistent. You do have the option to return items if you're unable to deliver to somebody after a period of time, so it's not the end of the world. However, your money will be tied up in these orders, and if you've got a credit limit, which I know some people in the team are already experiencing at the moment, if your credit limit is exceeded, then you're not able to place any more orders. So make sure you get those orders delivered as quickly as you can and get that money banked. So your invoices, now these are emailed to you by CleanEasy. Every time you place an order, you will get an invoice that will come through by email. Do look at your invoices, do check them over. When you are looking to pay CleanEasy, your invoices will include the monies for your catalogues, your snap bags and other sales aids that you may have ordered. So make sure that you're paying off the balance for those as well. It mentions on their invoices, some of this will be relevant for some existing distributors where they have the Easy Reach system. It's a system that's free for the first 3 months and then costs $8.99 per month. I think you need to actively register for it now, as opposed to in the past where it was automatic, and it's not really part of our system, so it's more for the benefit of people that may already still be on the system to be aware that you do get invoices to pay for this. The hub charge for new distributors, absolutely fantastic. It is free for the first year. That's a saving of over £120. It's £130 saving for the first year, and it's basically a charge of £2.50 a week, which is basically £10 a month, which is a very reasonable amount to pay to run an online business, which includes your web shop, your internet, your admin that you get emailed to you, and the free delivery on orders over £250. So the hub charge is absolutely fantastic, but unlike some new people, we pay our hub charge, and that will be invoiced to you as well, and that needs to be paid as well. So be aware of invoices coming through separately for the hub charge. It says they're invoiced, and it says you are invoiced and taken from your CleanEasy account, £10 per period for every 4 weeks, as it mentions there. Check the amounts owing against your invoice. Okay, so just make sure there's no mistakes there. You know, you might have been invoiced for something or recharged for something. We've had distributors in the team recently be recharged for items that had been returned that CleanEasy said that were missing. So you need to contact them straight away and let them know that you have returned the items, and they will credit you back. So just be aware of your invoices and credit notes and things that are coming in. And it says there, a repetition, pay the total due as soon as possible. Okay, as quickly as you can. So returns. Now, some of you brand new people may have not experienced any returns yet. Some of you have had returns. So I'm just going to reiterate the procedure. And again, there is a video for this on the pz.easycoach website for you to go through. It says there to put your returns on the system as soon as possible, preferably at the beginning of a period and in the first couple of weeks of a period. It's an option available to you is to click on accept current credit. So for example, if you had a mop that needed returning, you could put the item on the system and accept current credit, and you could just leave it there on the system. You could then a week later end up having a bucket to send back, and you could then add the bucket. Now, by doing accept current credit, it will mean that CleanEasy will refund you and credit you back the money without you actually finalizing the return and sending it off to CleanEasy. So as it says there, this will recredit you for what is on the system, but will allow you to keep adding returns to the box. Once you know that you've got all the return items that you want to send back, you click on the return note to send it entirely. So it says don't click on the return note until you're ready to send the items back to CleanEasy. This closes the box and stops you making any changes to the return. So once you know 100% you're ready to send those items back. Best to complete return notes in the first 2 weeks of a period, as this allows 2 weeks for you to then retell the losses made in doing the returns. But also, if you send the items back in the first 2 weeks, they will get back to CleanEasy in time, so that they then don't recharge you for not sending them back on time. Okay, there is information about this on the in the business online DSA distributor support services. Distributor support system on the computer. and distributor support arena. There you go, got it right third time. And there'll be the return section on the video on the pz.easy coach as well. I hope I'm making sense. Brilliant. Okay, so credit notes. Now, these will be emailed to you once you send the returns through. You'll be getting these coming through as you are putting items on the system, and once the return note is completed. The credit note will tell you what items that are being returned and how much money have been put back into your account. Do remember that you will be getting the cost price of the product and not the full amount, because that's what the Clean Easy would have charged you. Okay, make sure you check that the information on your credit notes is correct as well. Okay, it's a rolling account, so your statements, the amounts you owe, the credits that are going through, the invoices and so on are ongoing on the system. So make sure you're keeping on top of it, looking at the dates, checking the dates, and making sure that things are paid up on time. Okay, so the statements. Now, statements, that shows the payments that have been received and the orders that have been placed. It also shows any credit received from any returns. Much like the statements that are emailed to you are very much a reflection of your online statements on your recent transactions. These are emailed to you every Friday, if you hadn't noticed already, as Clean Easy accounting runs from Thursday to Thursday, and you'll tend to find that payday is, or a day to pay Clean Easy is a Thursday. You often, if you haven't paid on time on a Thursday, then on a Friday you will get a statement, and sometimes it will be blue, which means you're up to speed and up to date, and if you get a red one, it basically means you've got some outstanding payments that are due or overdue. If you get a red one, it will tell you the amount that you owe, and you just need to call Clean Easy or make a payment online for that amount, just to make sure you're up to speed. Okay. Again, it repeats on here, pay the golden goose first. Keep your account clear, keep your credit facility clear, making sure that you're able to run your business smoothly. You don't want to be in a situation where you've got money sitting tied up in orders in your home and it's stopping you from then placing further orders and keeping customers waiting. So make sure you get that done. If you do need to return items because you've been waiting too long on a customer, I would suggest to sometimes, if you've been a few times to a customer and they haven't had the money, I would just suggest to them that, look, why don't I send these items back now, and when you're ready and you know you have the money, why don't you give me a call and I'll reorder them for you. The other option you've got is to get the customers, if they're struggling, to pay you a little bit each week. So I don't know, if it's a £20 order, just say, look, give me £5 a week, and then once you've paid up, I'll give you products, or give them a product to the value of what they pay you each time. So it's another thing. This is going to be really valid at Christmas as well, when people want to buy stuff for Christmas and want to pay for it and spread the cost, basically. Best to get into a routine of placing an order once a week. I mean, obviously it can be difficult when you're looking at shipping charges and so on, but you want to build up that base, get into a habit of placing an order regularly once a week. Then you'll be getting your deliveries done once a week. Then you can put your money into the bank once a week, and then you can make a payment to Clean Easy once a week. So you get into a routine. You know, this could be fortnightly for you at the moment. It can, you know, later on down the line, it can become a weekly thing. So just get into a routine, get the regular amount of catalogues out, and you will all be noticing as time goes on that the more customers you're building up, the bigger the orders are getting, the more often you'll start placing orders anyway. Okay, and it says there, if you practice these good habits, then you'll find it'll be much easier to keep on top of your money. Okay, because getting into routine and a rhythm gets your little system going. I've got people in the team who like to put their orders on a particular day, have them received on a particular day, deliver their orders on a particular day so they can pay their money in. So it's good to get into that situation, just keep on top of things. Okay, so don't spend Clean Easy's money. So easy to do, and so many people have done it. Okay, there is only one reason why people get into debt with Clean Easy, and it's because they spend more than they earn. And what tends to happen is when you collect your money in from the customers and you haven't yet separated your commission, it's very tempting to just put that money in your pocket and forget, oh, I'll pay that once I've got the rest of the orders out, and then it kind of can disappear very easily. Okay. Joining Clean Easy does not change your spending habits, so be very careful not to spend the money that isn't yours. You earn 21% of the retail, so you take 21%. Now, the way to work it out is that Clean Easy on your invoices and on your statements and on your recent transactions will actually tell you how much you owe them. So when you've collected and banked the money, you will know what part of that. So if you had a £100 order, you know that you have to pay £79 back to Clean Easy, and £21 is for you, and on the statement it will say you owe them £79. Okay, so you know how much you've got to put aside. It's all there, you know, within 48 hours of you placing an order, how much you will need to owe Clean Easy. So it's there for you in black and white, and you need to really keep an eye on it. Okay, as it says there, it's very easy to spend loose cash that's there in the house and to think, oh, I'll pay it back later, I just need to pay the milkman, you know, grab a takeaway, oh, you know, I'll just nip to the pub, I'll put that back later. It's very easy to sort of say that if you've got a money box or you have a little float in the house, to just dip into that cash. You know, I'll put my hands up and say we've done it sometimes where we thought, I haven't got any cash on me at the moment, let me just take it out the Clean Easy money. So, you know, it's a very bad habit to get into, and we try to keep on top of that, you know. So it's easily done, but it's something that you need to be aware of. If you know you can replace the money, great, but sometimes it just you never catch up with it. Okay. This is, as it says there, this is nearly how everybody goes on stop, or whoever's gone on stop in the first place. Being on stop basically means that you won't be able to trade, and Clean Easy will not process any more orders. Now, as a result, you've got customers waiting. You could be missing out on valuable bonuses because you've not hit deadlines. So it can be very dangerous ground if you're not paying Clean Easy on time. They're very lenient. You know, they give you plenty of time. And there is a grace period as well, but at some point they've got to draw a line and say, look, you know, we can't let you continue to trade because you may then go on and spend further monies that aren't yours. Okay. They had the money, it says that they had the money to pay because they had the goods to deliver, but they spent the money that wasn't theirs to spend, and they can't afford to pay Clean Easy for the goods. Okay, so people have had the money because they've delivered the products, but then that money's just gone elsewhere, as we mentioned before. So it has happened, you know, it's happened to many of us. It's an easy trap to fall into. So it's, if you want to continue trading and continue to make money with Clean Easy, just be aware of where you're putting your monies, and that's why it's good to have a separate bank account and a separate place for you to put Clean Easy money, because it doesn't get mixed up with all your other money. So going on stop. This is usually because Clean Easy hasn't received a payment on time. It could be that you haven't paid, or because there was a problem when you made your card payment online. Sometimes the payments don't go through. There's an error. Call Clean Easy directly and ask them why your account is on stop. They will tell you straight away what the problem is. Now, there are a couple of other reasons why your account might be on stop. Some of you may be already aware of this. One of them will be if you have not submitted your photograph within 28 days of joining, your account can go on stop. It might not be immediately, but be aware. So if you're a brand new distributor, or you have any brand new distributors in your team, do call Clean Easy and make sure that they've sent their photograph in, and if they haven't, then chase them up and help them to do it. Okay. The other reason your account may go on stop is because you have not made your installment payments. Okay. What happens is, if you have decided to continue with Clean Easy after 30 days, your installment payment will go out. Now, if the funds are not there, then Clean Easy will not continue to let you trade until you pay your first installment. So that's just another reason why you might go and stop. But 99.9% of the time, it will be because there's arrears on the account. Okay. Your sponsor cannot help you with this. It's really frustrating sometimes as a sponsor to try and help a distributor who's in trouble financially or has an issue, because Clean Easy will not discuss people's financial aspects of their account with the sponsor. So, you know, you have to ring in yourself. You have to be the one to speak to them. They will not divulge any information. They won't be able to tell you anything. That's just data protection. So please be aware, your sponsor can tell you what the problem is, but they're not going to be able to fix it for you. That's going to be something that you'll need to do. Okay, so just be aware of that. Okay, so learn good money management. I don't know, everybody's very individual when it comes to money. Some people are very, very good with money, and some people are not, and there's probably a few people in between. So it just depends on what category or bracket you fall into. You'll be the best person to be able to answer that. But there are some fantastic books out there, and there's lots of videos on YouTube and so forth. But these are a couple of 3 or 4 books that are really good. These are books that we were told about when we first joined Clean Easy, which are fantastic. There's a book there called You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. You can look on Amazon and Google that. The Richest Man in Babylon, which is an absolutely fantastic book as well, George Samuel Clason. And then you've got Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is one of my favourites, by Robert Kiyosaki. Again, you can Google that one if you want to make a note of it. A really good book about saving money and putting money away. and just keeping on top of things. And it's just, you know, people just generally spend everything and nobody puts anything away. If you just maybe put 5 or 10% of your income away every week or every month, how much money would you have saved? So it's a really fantastic book. And then The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, which is a really, really good book by Robin Sharma. So that's a fantastic book as well. So anyway, Google those and have a look and see whichever ones take your fancy, if not all of them. Okay, tracking now. So this is an important aspect of your business as well. We do it, you know, on a day-to-day basis in terms of tracking your retail. This is a little bit more tracking your figures in terms of, are you close to a bonus? You know, are you going to get the certain amount of retail that you need to? How's your team doing? Is your team members going to be hitting a bonus? Many of our team members will know we do constantly contact them to tell them, look, you know, you are X amount of pounds off your bonus, or if you put this amount of orders in, you'll hit this bonus level, or you'll get these free catalogs. And so that's why it's so important, because a brand new person isn't always going to know how to do this. So it's important as an existing distributor or a distributor who's been in a while to learn this information so that you can help your team. Okay, so check the figures every week on the GSA. The way you would do this is to click on Distributor Services on the Internet Ordering System, and then it will say Group Sales Analysis. Okay, when you click on there, at the very bottom, it will say Full GSA in detail. Now, if you click on there, if you've got any team members, you and your team members will be listed there, and they will be showing on there the record of the points or the retail that they've done so far. Now, because Clean Easy operate in two countries with two different currencies, obviously in Ireland they've got the euro, parts of Ireland they've got the euro, and then obviously in the UK we've got the pound. Clean Easy use a universal bonus point system for both countries, so that they can keep things simple. The VATs are different and the currency is different, so they have a bonus point system which keeps it universal for both countries. Now, if you want to be able to calculate what you have done in pounds from your bonus points, it says there you just do your points. So if you had 100 points on the system, multiply that by 1.2, which would give you your retail pounds. 1.2 is your VAT, basically 20%. So that's the way you calculate if you want to convert your bonus points into pounds. Okay, check your figures against the bonus chart to see if you're on track. Ask your upline or your sponsor to help you with this as well if you're brand new. And then once you're familiar with what you're doing, you'll be able to do the same kind of tracking for your team members' figures to work out where you are in the business and where they are in the business to help them. The worst feeling in the world is to miss out on a bonus level by a few pounds, or to have a new team member miss out on their £50 bonus for a few pounds. So it's really important that you can get onto this and keep an eye on this. It will be really useful. Do speak to your sponsor or your upline if you've got any questions about any of the things I've covered so far, to get your questions answered, because it is quite an in-depth topic, as you probably gathered, and some of the information may have gone over your head. But you will be able to watch this webinar back if you've registered, and also speak to your sponsor or upline. Okay, so tax. Well, this is a whole other training in itself. I'm not going to go into any kind of massive detail. Don't be afraid of doing your accounts. Speak to an existing team member who's done them before. There is a company out there called DSL Accounting. If you Google them, they are a company that do specifically deal in doing tax returns and tax for network marketing companies or multi-level marketing companies like ourselves. Okay, the information is free. Okay, so they'll give you free advice, they'll send you a free pack, and also there'll be somebody in the business already who's already doing their tax and dealing with this aspect of the business for themselves. So you can speak to your sponsor, your upline, and people are already doing it, and they'll be able to help you out. Okay, it's a lot easier than you think. In the early days we used to get an accountant to do it. Now we do it ourselves. It's very straightforward with the help of DSL and understanding what we need to do. Okay. One tip that you can do from now and from when you join, because as it says there, you do have 90 days or 3 months to register with the Inland Revenue, is to just start collecting your receipts, your invoices, your statements for anything you've bought from day one, and start putting them in envelopes. So if you joined in April, get an envelope that says April and put in any invoices and statements and receipts and things for April. Okay, you've only just joined and you don't know if you'll still be here in 3 months' time, but it's worth keeping those receipts there, because if you do decide to continue, after 3 months, you will need to have those receipts for your tax return. So you don't want to be starting in 3 months' time when you could claim back for the last 3 months. In there, you've got things to think about are your food, fuel. You'll be able to claim a percentage of your internet, your phone, your stationery, your heating, your electric because you're working from home, your broadband, you know, if you buy a pair of shoes, any clothing you buy, and that's not to mention all the catalogues, bags for your catalogues and everything else. There's so much you can claim back. Now on paper, there's so much you can claim back. Most distributors get a tax rebate rather than paying any tax in the early days, because on paper, by the time you've taken off all what you can claim legally, you do end up looking like you've made a loss in your business despite making profit because of what you can offset. So it's definitely worth keeping all the receipts and information and getting a little bit extra cash in your pocket. Okay. And it says there, finally, you can put aside 20% of your income if you wish, if you want to set some money aside for building your business and for investing back in your business, or putting some money aside if you are going to be paying tax, which early days you won't be, or just generally just putting some of your income aside. So hopefully that's been of use to you guys. There's lots of information there. If there's any questions or any queries, do speak to your sponsor or upline about that. I think that's me done. Yes, happy accounting. Oh, I hate accounts. Not for me, not my department. I'll leave that to Dipam to do that. So hope that's been useful to you. I'm going to pass you back over to Dipam, and in fact, actually, I'm just going to wrap up for the evening. He's just asked me to wrap up for the evening, so I'm going to wrap up for the evening. Just a reminder, everybody, that we are back here again next Wednesday for the webinar at 9 o'clock. Okay. Following that, we've got the workshop on the 19th of July, which is on the Sunday, the Stepping Up workshop, which is great. And also something else to mention, some of our team members will know, we sent an email out about this week, is the Christmas launch conference, which is coming up on the 31st of August. It's the conference, it's at Birmingham. It's 2,000–3,000 people. It's a company-run event. Any distributors that have joined since January, the first week of January this year, which will be many of you, new people, the actual conference for you is free. Okay, the tickets would normally be £20, but you will actually get your tickets free, and it's an absolutely fantastic day from about 11 till 5. And further still, we have a gala dinner in the evening, which you can attend. 3-course, really nice, beautiful meal, wine on the table, entertainment. It's a fantastic evening. So if you're interested in the gala dinner, then do contact your sponsor or upline. And if you want to get tickets for the conference, again, speak to your sponsor or upline and check the EWB, the Enterprise Weekly Bulletin that you get emailed as well on a Friday, because the details are in there. So I hope you've enjoyed the webinar. I hope you found that useful, and have a fantastic few weeks. We will see you again next week on the webinar, and have a great evening, everyone. We'll speak to you all soon.